What's up YouTube, it's the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Low, and I'm back again with another video. Last video we talked about the 4 players that might disappoint you this upcoming season. If you missed that video, make sure you go click on the annotation so you can get caught up. In this video right here, we're going to talk about the 4 players that might surprise you, better known as the most improved players in the NBA this upcoming season. Now, since this is an actual award that's in the NBA, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a poll in the description. So make sure you click on the description so you can vote on the poll. In the poll, there are going to be 5 options for you to choose from, 4 of which are going to be the players that I state in the video. If you disagree with all 4 of the players that I have, make sure you click the other option and it's going to leave you a blank to fill in the name. When you fill in the name, all you have to do is leave the last name of the player. If it is a common last name like Hill or George, just make sure you leave the initials of the first name and then leave the last name. The reason why I'm asking you to do that is because it's going to be easy for me to tally up, and the reason why I want to tally it up, because before the NBA season starts, or maybe the first week of the NBA season, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Viewer's Choice Award. I'm going to make a video specifically tailored to the votes of the viewers, and so you all understand who you believe is going to win these awards. So make sure you vote in the description below. It's going to be really, I think it's going to be interesting at the end of the month to see what people have to say about all the awards. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Here are my predictions of the players that might win the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Eric Bledsoe is a 6-foot guard that plays for the Phoenix Suns, and through his time in the NBA, he has showed a lot of promise, but unfortunately, due to limited minutes, bad management, and injuries, he hasn't been able to fully put that on display. First, with the Los Angeles Clippers, he showed a lot of promise and a lot of potential, but due to limited minutes and a limited role, you probably weren't able to notice that. Later on down the timeline, he eventually got traded to the Phoenix Suns, where he actually again showed a lot of promise being in a starting position, but unfortunately consistently got outshined by his backcourt counterpart in Goran Dragic. Then the next year after that, the Phoenix Suns decided they were going to go full-fledged small ball and take that to a whole nother level by implementing 3 starting point guards on the exact same team. However, a lot of things are changing for Eric Bledsoe this upcoming season. Just last year, he posted up really solid numbers after all the shenanigans around the Phoenix Suns has finally dissolved, and moving into this next upcoming season, it does seem like a lot of things are moving into his favor. Injuries look like they're not going to be a problem. There are multiple reports claiming that he is maturing off the court and accepting the leadership role that comes with being a starting point guard. And on top of that, the pieces that are actually surrounding Eric Bledsoe this upcoming season, to me, in my opinion, are actually the best pieces that are going to highlight all the greatest attributes that you want to see out of Eric Bledsoe. So when you look at the depth chart, I actually believe that this is a really solid team. Not just Eric Bledsoe as a whole, but the whole entire team I feel like will go underneath the radar in this upcoming season, but specifically Eric Bledsoe and the rest of the team and how they best benefit him. First of all, Brandon Knight, shout out to you and kudos to you for putting your ego aside and coming to the decision that it will be best beneficial for the rest of the team and the franchise for you to come off the bench, which adds depth to the team, along with help Eric Bledsoe with handling the ball from time to time when they decide to go that route. And then you have the improving Devin Booker, which I'll touch on him later on, Jared Dudley, Tyson Chandler, I feel like is a good rim runner and a good player for the pick and roll, and then you're spreading the floor out with players like Jared Dudley, Dragan Bender, PJ Tucker as well. But going back to Devin Booker, if Eric Bledsoe does suffer from an injury this upcoming season, which is completely possible because I'm not blinded to the fact that that has been a consistent theme throughout his entire NBA career, I honestly believe that Devin Booker could easily step into the role and become the most improved player of the year. But looking back at the depth chart that's going to be surrounding Eric Bledsoe, he's going to have all the tools in his arsenal possible to consistently make him a better player, not only this upcoming season, but moving forward. Last year, he posted up solid numbers, and I think everything is going to go up from the points, the rebounds, and the assists, and hopefully he will be put on the radar of a lot of casual fans so they can thoroughly understand how great of a player he is. Next up, we have Valanciunas. Now, if you don't know about me and Valanciunas, I am a bit biased. I've already put him in my 4 most underrated players in the NBA. I thoroughly believe he's fairly underrated, and on top of that, I feel like this upcoming season is the perfect storm from him. Last year he posted up really solid numbers in really limited minutes, which is a head scratcher to me because I feel as if like he could really play 30 to 35 minutes on a consistent basis. However, a lot of that is going to change this year because Bismack Biyombo is on another team, and through the management and through the people who actually made the decision in Toronto, they didn't really go after another big man. So it does seem like Valanciunas is going to have all the opportunity in the world with the increase of minutes that he's going to have on the court. So hopefully that will translate into better points, which should also translate into the Most Improved Player of the Year award. On top of this, I think he's going to be very productive because if you actually take the time and look at when he actually produced a lot of minutes, his numbers went up. But also in the playoffs, he was playing really solid, like really well. All the times that Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan struggled from the field and struggled to be productive, Valanciunas was there on a consistent basis, putting up really good numbers, and that's something that I think a lot of people kind of forgotten about how well Valanciunas played in the playoffs. Posting up 14 points, nearly 11 rebounds, and like I stated before, in limited minutes, not even playing 27 minutes a game, which is crazy to me. These numbers could easily translate into the regular season if he's given more minutes. The defensive rating is there as well. He was a great rim protector for his time on the court, and unfortunately he did get injured, so they didn't miss out on him a lot towards the latter end of the playoffs. But again, these are numbers that he could post in the regular season if he gets more minutes. And again, 27 minutes. I mean, we're talking about very limited. So hopefully, because of the lack of Bismack Biyombo and the lack of another legitimate big man that's on the team, Valanciunas gets way more minutes than he deserves. If he gets 36 minutes, I can easily see him being near a 2010, 2012 type of a player, because the Toronto Raptors really need somebody to be an active member on the offensive end in the front court. The back court is fine with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, but the opportunity is there for Valanciunas, and I do believe he's going to strike on that opportunity, and hopefully we get to see the full potential of who Jonas Valanciunas is. Dennis Schroeder is a 6-foot point guard that has been fighting for his right to start for the Atlanta Hawks for the past year and a half now. And being an Atlanta native, like I've numerously stated, I've seen a lot of fight and a lot of hunger in Dennis Schroeder, something that I appreciate in him. And hopefully that translates to where he's going to be next season, because now he has all the power and all the opportunity after starting point guard Jeff Teague was finally traded off the team in the offseason. So hopefully, because of the up in minutes, and hopefully because they're focusing the offense around him at that point guard position, well, not focusing, but they're giving him a lot more string and pull when it comes to the offense as being a starter, his numbers do tend to go up when he's given that opportunity, and hopefully that translates into the next upcoming season. Now, if you're still not convinced, if you just look at his post All-Star numbers, they're really solid as well within the limited minutes that he was receiving coming off the bench. Posting nearly 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and almost getting a steal. All of this under 20 minutes a game. Like I stated before, very consistent with the limited minutes that he receives on a consistent basis, especially coming off the bench. Also, when it comes to the field goal percentage, it's very solid as well. The 3-point percentage wasn't that well post All-Star game, but there is one thing I do want to highlight with Dennis Schroeder, because I will be fair with Schroeder. The turnovers has to come down. There's no excuse for the turnovers, and that's something that even I, as a fan of Schroeder, has been very hesitant and very consistent when it comes to his production and his growth as a player. He has to cut the turnovers down. However, I feel like that will be cut down once he's in the starting lineup. He's going to have a lot more time to get adjusted with the new players in the starting lineup, since there is an understanding in the offseason that that's his role that he's going to be playing in this upcoming season. But again, even in the playoffs against the Cavs, Dennis Schroeder had moments that really blew me away, that really put me in awe, that made me even believe that, okay, he's ready to take that next step. So hopefully he'll take that next step in the starting lineup. Last year, like I said, 4 solid numbers coming off the bench for this upcoming season. Borderline 20 points. I'm not going to jump that far yet, but borderline 20 points I can see out of him. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. He's going to be on the boards really heavy, and I do like that for somebody his size. But like I stated before, the turnovers have to come down. The turnovers have to come down for me to be completely on a Dennis Schroeder bandwagon. And I do believe it will happen, but time will tell. And hopefully with the increased minutes and the opportunity and the role on the team, he will win the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Now, this may seem like a bit of a wild card, but trust me when I say Clint Capella has all the tools to his disposal that's going to make him a better player in this Houston Rockets offense that will be ran under Mike D'Antoni. Clint Capella, if you don't know, you probably don't know, but Clint Capella, 6'10" big man that plays for the Houston Rockets, has been going back and forth in and out of the D-League for the past year and a half. And on top of that, this is his last year on his contract. So he has a lot to prove. He doesn't want the stigma of him being a D-League player to be something that's going to follow him throughout the rest of his career. Last year, he's a very, very high energy guy on the boards, really athletic. He's going to get after it defensively as well. He's a solid rim runner, especially off the pick and roll. I can see a lot of great things out of Clint Capella because I saw a lot of positive things out of Clint Capella last year. So please be on the lookout for him, and his numbers were solid. And on top of that, when you actually look at what he did when he received more minutes, 10 points, 9 rebounds, nearly an assist, and a block, of course, a steal, all playing 25 minutes. So again, the minutes are there for him this upcoming season because Dwight Howard is gone. And last year, when he did receive the minutes that he should have received when Dwight Howard was gone or injuries or whatever, he performed to his best abilities, and his best abilities was basically a double-double within 25 to 26 minutes. So that's something that I for sure will see in this upcoming season. But like I stated earlier, the Mike D'Antoni offense is something that showed improvement in a lot of players, especially early on in Phoenix. The high tempo offense, which will lead to more possessions, which will lead to more rebounds for Clint Capella. You have to believe that Clint Capella will be the most improved player of the year award winner because of how low his numbers and the influx of opportunity that has been shown his way in just one offseason. I think his numbers will go through the roof. I think Clint Capella could actually score over 15 points on a consistent basis. The rebounds are going to be there, obviously. He's going to be an 11-12 rebounder, and the blocks are obviously going to be there as well because he's going to be their primary rim protector. So I think Clint Capella has all the opportunity in the world to be the best player to show the most improvement in this upcoming season. So there you have it, people. Those are my predictions of the players that I believe will win the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Like I stated before, if you disagree with me, it's completely fine. Always leave it in the comment section below. Also, please don't forget to vote on the poll. Don't forget to vote. The poll is there so your voice can be heard, and then later on down the month, like I stated earlier, we will be doing a Viewer's Choice Award for all of the awards in the NBA season. So hopefully you all will enjoy that as well, but please don't forget to vote. Always don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the comment, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. But until next time, I will see you all later. Thanks for all of the support. Before I go, I always have to say this. Thank you for all of the support on the channel. I really and truly do appreciate it. But I will see you all next time. Peace.